At Guyton Guitars with Andy Guyton and Will.
Hiya.
And yeah, we come to pick up the new RS Transporter. I recently went to Guyton Guitars to pick up my Red Special Transporter guitar. This one right here. I just wish I'd done some more filming with Andy whilst I was up there. And what's special about this guitar is that it is a Transporter version of Brian May's Red Special guitar. And I know in previous vlogs I've talked about moving away from owning a Red Special to enable me to play other things, but I actually think because this doesn't look a thing like the original guitar, even though it features lots of the same things, it's actually going to open up my playing. And since getting it, I've been a lot more enthusiastic about playing, a lot more enthusiastic about learning new things, and it's just been a great breath of fresh air. It's really got me back into my guitar playing. The guitar is inspired by Brian May's Red Special, and it features a 24-inch, 24-fret fretboard, just like the original guitar. Scale length is exactly the same as the Red Special, so it feels the same to play in terms of string tension. Strung with Optima Brian May strings in gold, as per the man himself. It features the 3 Addison Guyton pickups. It's got a modified J custom bridge, heavily modified to feature a very realistic looking tremolo, close to the original guitar as possible. What's also really clever about this bridge is several things. One is how the strings actually go into the bridge to then put tension through. So the ball end goes in this end and you use these little adjusters here to adjust the string length. But also it features this wonderful little switch here, which if I push that across, that stops the bridge from floating, so it means I've got a fixed bridge. So if I want to drop D, I can flick that across, retune the E string and drop D. Doesn't affect any of the other strings. Tune it back up to E, flick it across again, and now the guitar has a floating bridge. To me, that is an improvement on the original guitar. I know I'll probably get burned at the Brian May stake here. To me, that's just such a great feature to be able to lock that over. Not only does it aid with changing your tunings on the fly, but also changing your strings. You can lock the bridge off, change the string, and you are good to go. You don't have to worry about rebalancing the trem. And he's actually taken the original tremolo pieces and had them all of the black anodizing taken away. He's then polished them up, and he's had rollers and grooves put in. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, to mimic the original guitar. So it has stainless rollers just like Brian's Red Special, and it comes with a spare set of 6. Features a Borton's volume and tone with original Red Special style and size knurled knobs. It's got the same 6 switches for pickups in neck, middle and bridge. You've got an on-off for each one. The top ones do the on-off, the bottom ones do the out of phase. And what's great with this though is that you literally, rather than slide them, you can just press them and it swaps between. So you can go from neck and middle in phase, bridge the middle outer face screamy setting. Nigel Knight from Cat, who we all know for the DC and the treble boosters, he's actually developed a custom PCB inside. Another feature that the guitar has is this little red button, which I will get to later. Going back to the tremolo though, the strings are actually tensioned across the frets onto the 0 fret. It rocks on, and then this custom end piece that Andy's had made up, if the strings go into it, this piece here is magnetic and comes off. You tighten your strings up through the grub screws inside there, focus, inside there, and then this piece here slots back on to cover it up so you don't catch it on anything. Really strong magnets, great bit of engineering. I think that is absolutely genius, and I think it looks great. Slight difference to the prototype, and this is polished aluminium or polished stainless steel rather than the black anodized stuff, so I just think it tees the guitar off much nicer. Another little trick Andy's got for the guitar is a lot of us use headstock tuners, so you get this special piece here which clips into there, which gives you a little knob, and then every one comes with a snark tuner which you can then, he says, plug in onto that piece like so, and you can tune your guitar to your heart's content. The other thing that this is really good for, it's strong enough to hold a GoPro mount, so you can actually clip your GoPro on there and line it up on your fretboard so you get some really great shots. It's a really substantial guitar. The body is made of mahogany, hollowed out to have chambers in it. It has an oak core in it that the tremolo sits on. There's even little bits of plywood inside that the pickups sit on to try and mimic the original guitar, so no detail has been left out. I'd like to say the neck is exactly the same profile as the original guitar. Recently took the guitar to A Strings when I was on holiday, met up with Andrew Morgan, and we compared the necks, and they are just exactly the same. The feel is absolutely fantastic. It's such a comforting thing to be able to put your hand wrap round and play the guitar. It's it really invites holding it. You've got 2 pins on the end for your straps and 1 on the back. That's moved now from up here to down here. It's a much better idea where it is. And then you've got this lovely detail on the back, a cover which details Red Special Transporter, and it's been obviously designed by Martin Pitcher. Underneath is the battery which controls some of the circuitry, which I'll get onto in a minute. Martin, this really, although Andy's built it and it's a Guyton guitar, Martin is the brainchild of Martin Pitcher, who decided that he didn't want to keep taking his Red Special, or want to take his Red Special, not keep abroad when he was travelling. Really wanted something that was a bit more portable, he could take away with him. It was easier to carry, and he's put this together with an absolutely genius construction, well thought through, so that it feels like the Red Special. It sounds exactly like the Red Special when it's plugged in. It's a really great guitar, lots of cool features, really well built. It doesn't feel like a toy when you hold it, there's a substantial weight. Just whilst I'm thinking about this bout here is great for putting on your leg when you're resting it. Problem with the Red Special, when any of us are used to playing them, you have to sit in this very specific way. This lends itself to playing guitar exactly the same as a normal way. I don't have my Red Special with me to compare size because it's with Andy having some work done, but I can assure you this is a lot smaller, a lot more compact. Brian could use this live if he wanted to for that whole gig, and you wouldn't hear any difference tonally. It would obviously look different. I actually opted for a custom finish. These guys can come in different finishes. I went for the red that you get it in, but with a holographic glitter finish, just to make it a little bit more different, and because I thought it looked quite space age, so I thought that would tee it off really well, and to me it just makes it really good. Interestingly, Andy has said he will not make another one like this, so it won't have you can't get one like this with a holographic finish, because I chose it, so that's good for me. This is actually number 4 of 25. It's the first one in the UK to go to its owner. It's the only second one out. Number 2 and 3 are ready for Japan, not quite ready yet in terms of you get a case with it, and he only had 1 turn up. Spoke to the owners of 2 and 3, they're getting them delivered at the same time, so I was lucky enough to be asked if I wanted to go and get mine, which is a great honour to have the first one in the UK. The second one, I picked mine up before Brian May. Brian has actually gone for just a standard red one, no glitter on his. So yeah, the guitar comes with a couple of spare rollers, as I mentioned, some tools to be able to adjust things. the tuner that goes on the end and the other piece that goes on the end. It also comes with a custom carbon Hoffy case all the way from America, and these things are absolutely genius. I'm turning around looking at it. It is a quality case. It's fully carbon fibre, waterproof, absolute great piece of kit. Guitar looks great in it, as you'll have seen. And then one final thing I've not mentioned, I talked about the PCB and the battery, and that is because in here is also built a Cat treble booster, so you do not have to take a separate booster with you. And I mentioned this little red button. We've all seen and heard that this little red button does it, turns it on and off, but if you insert your guitar lead, coily, and press the button, you'll see hopefully that the button lights up. If I turn the lights off, no light, on, light. That is different from the prototype. The prototype did not have that built in. That is a decision they made subsequently, which I think is an absolutely cracking decision. If you've not ordered one, they're limited to 25. There are some left. I'd recommend you get one if you're on the fence. I cannot stress how great this thing is. It just renewed my love of playing guitar. Like I cannot possibly get across to you guys watching. Going to Andy's workshop was an absolute treat. It's a humble place, and Andy's a really humble guy, and he's got Will working with him now. He showed me some stuff. He talked to me about the Red Special restoration video, which sounds really exciting. He showed me some things that I can't talk about, which is because they're coming out soon. It's really exciting stuff. And yeah, I was kind of a bit overawed when I got there, so I didn't have the wherewithal to film as much as I would have liked to have. Kind of did the guitar opening and the introduction that you've seen, and then kind of just got lost in talking about guitars and having fun around the workshop and looking at what else is coming up. And yeah, I wish I'd captured some more, but I didn't, so I'm talking about it now. But I've had the guitar a little while now. I'm taking it on holiday with me. It just is a transportable guitar. It's does exactly what it says on the tin. It sounds like the Red Special. I'm not going to play it today because the children are asleep, so I'm going to do another video when I'm playing it and my playing's a bit better, do some Queen stuff, do some non-Queen stuff. I can't stress enough how awesome this is.
Star of the show.
Thanks for watching, and see you soon.